Good evening to everyone from wherever you are joining from. From last week till now, how has it been? We are good to go. All right. So good afternoon, Lagos. Good afternoon, Nigeria. Good morning, America. Good morning, Canada. And from anywhere you are joining, I would appreciate if you can drop your city. Just drop your city and say, oh, I am joining from here. I'm joining from there. It would be great to have you join us today. Now, last week we had a very interesting discourse. We spoke about the truth you are avoiding, what's actually blocking your success, and I got a lot of positive review. I'm happy, that you loved it and it was able to add value to your life. So I look forward to today's session also adding such value. Today is not going to be good job, you're amazing, keep going, you've got this. No. It's going to be different. I'll be telling you the truth you are avoiding, and I'll be saying it as it is. And if it stings, you might want to be defensive. You might want to say, no, this is not the full picture. You are not seeing my issue. You are not seeing the problem. You might want to click away. Don't. If you get me, don't click away. Because on the other side of the discomfort you have is your breakthrough, is your clarity, is your opportunity to speak to your inner mind and say, what exactly do I need to do better? And how do I go about it? So last week we spoke about, the 7 blockers you might be having. We were able to touch on the first 5, and we'll get down to the remaining 2 as we speak to what exactly you need to do and the action you have to take today. All right, last week we spoke about your blocker number 1, fear masquerading as logic. We spoke about how it can sneak in on you and how you need to manage it. And we concluded by saying that what you just need to do is do the things that you're afraid of, the small version of them. All right, we spoke about blocker number 2, perfectionism disguised as excellence. All right, this one makes you feel like there is a perfect time. And we concluded that perfectionism is not about excellence. Perfectionism is about control. And what you have to do is, as much as possible, you need to understand that what you do today, despite the imperfection, is better than perfect someday. Someday that will never come. All right, so we spoke about block number 3, unclear priorities, where you chase everything and you end up catch nothing. All right. We concluded on that to say that as much as possible, all you just need to do is to understand that your superpower is focus. So pick top 3 things, top 3 goals, focus on them and move on. You finish those goals, you can then find other things to speak about. All right, we moved on to blocker number 4, lack of boundaries. You are everyone's priority except yourself. People bring things to your table and all you just do is yes. And at the end of the day, you see that your task is still waiting for you. You've got nothing done, but everyone is happy except your humble self. So propose solution, or the fix proposed is you start building the boundary muscle today. It might feel uncomfortable, but you need to start doing it. And you have to start saying no to anything that can distract you. And we close out on blocker number 5, wrong people. You are in the wrong room. You are in the wrong room. We shared the information that you will become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You will become the average of the 5 people you spend time most with. And this is critical. So your environment is stronger than your willpower. That was how we closed out on that note. All right. We get started today with blocker number 6. blocker number 6. If you are just joining us, our discuss today is part 2 of what we started last week, speaking about the truth you are avoiding. What's actually blocking your success? We are dealing with the part 2 today. And I just, reeled through the things we shared last week from blocker number 1 to number 5. All right. So blocker number 6 is wrong timing. Waiting for someday. Wrong timing. Waiting for someday. Now, there are some of us that, some people will make jest or make jokes and say adulthood is a scam. So this is where that might come in as a reflection. Now, you say to yourself, I will start when the kids are older. I will start when I have more money. I will start when things settle down. I will start when I am more ready. Now, let me tell you something that might off you. Someday it's like a trip that you'll never arrive on. Someday is a lie. Someday will never come. Someday is a destination that you'll never get to. Guess what? The kids will always need you. The kids will always need you. There will never be enough money, no matter how much you do. I mean, today on the Twitter space, I see people complaining but something that the richest man in the world dropped is that even money cannot buy happiness, and that those people that said it, they know what they were saying. It means even the richest man in the world is still looking for more money. So there will never be enough money. Things will never settle down. Now, these are not curses, but this is the reality of a world that action is happening and nothing is stopping or waiting for you. You will never feel ready. There is no, even the patient puts on anesthesia for a surgery, I can tell you that they will never feel ready. That's why their body has to be put in a condition where they are almost 100% inactive. Now, if you are waiting for perfect conditions, you will be waiting forever. And let me tell you what the right time actually looks like. If you sit down today and ask yourself, what is this actual right time that I'm waiting for? The answer is simple. The right time is now. Not because the conditions are perfect. Because they will never be. That's the reality. That's the truth. The right time is when you decide it is the right time. End of discussion. If you say this is the right time, then it is the right time. On a practical note, I did not leave my comfortable job to join Press One full-time as a co-founder when I had all the money I needed. No, I didn't start when I had all the time I needed. I didn't start when conditions were perfect. I started when I decided to start. And when I really figured out that no, there is just so much to get done and I cannot combine, my two roles any longer. So I never got it, started it with everything sorted out. I figured it out as I went on. And that's what winners do. Nobody will say today that they knew that one day men will go to Mars for excursion. But guess what? SpaceX started the journey. And here today, they are helping nations to launch satellites and taking people to Mars with an assumption that if man one day becomes, in quote, foolish or funny, and we scatter life on Earth, maybe life will continue in Mars. That is the utopia for SpaceX. So you would understand that winners get started and figured it out on the way. They don't wait for permission from the universe. They start and they adjust. And here is the hard truth. If you are waiting for the right time, you are actually waiting for a time that it won't hurt. Everything will just be perfect. Just like you're watching the movie, the rom-com, everything will be perfect. Oh my. The newlyweds will get it better. A time when there is no risk, no fear, no discomfort, that time does not exist. I repeat, that time does not exist. Growth always hurts. Starting always feels scary. The leap always feels too big. So guess what? Do it anyway. All right? And just like Nike will say, just do it. That is what this is speaking about. Just do it. The first question is, what are you waiting for? And what's the condition to be met before you start? Type it in the comments. I am waiting for ... The response you would naturally get is, I'm waiting for more money. I'm waiting for the right partner. I'm waiting for more time to feel ready. Listen, none of those things are coming. None will come. You are going to have to start without them because you can't have it all. You can't have it all. And this is a 24-hour fix for this blocker number 6. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Start today. Now, remember, I'm not asking you to go in now, resign your job, and then go start that thing you want to do. No, that's not what I'm asking from you. I'm saying not that big, crazy version. Not like how I left my comfortable job at Nestle and then moved on to Press One. No, the small version of it. Now, you can't start the full business, then start the Instagram page, start the Facebook page, start the TikTok page. You can't quit your job yet. Start the side hustle. Call someone today and say, are you aware I'm doing this? Are you aware this is what I do on the side? And I think you can be my number 1 customer. Call 5 people. You'll be surprised what will happen. Maybe one of them will be your first customer. So, like I said, what you have to do is you have to start today, not the big version, the small version. You can't start a full business, start the Instagram page. Can't quit your job yet, start the side hustle. Can't write the book. Write one page and tell yourself, oh, every day I'm going to write, I'm going to continue. If you've got writer's block, ask yourself, where can I go to unblock this, creativity that I'm not getting. The right time is now. It's imperfect, it's messy, it's scary. Now. All right, do it. And then let's move to the last blocker. Blocker number 7. All right, we are getting there. No skin in the game. No skin in the game. You haven't committed. This is the final blocker, and it is the one that determines whether you are serious or just curious. And here's the question: what have you risked for your goal? What have you risked for your goal? What is the risk that you have, applied into that goal that you want to have? Not thinking about it. You say, oh, I thought about it. No, not hoped for, not planned. What are the actual things that you have put on the line? What are the things that you are ready to let go of? What are the things that you are ready to lose or miss? Have you invested money? Have you told people publicly and you can't retreat or retrieve your words? Have you burned a bridge you can't go back across? Have you made it so uncomfortable to quit that you have to keep going? If you haven't, you are not committed. If you have a side hustle today, for example, and all the people around you don't know what you are doing, then your skin is not in the game. Please note, I'm not saying they will buy from you. I'm not saying it will just be easy. You tell them, no. But at least they will understand. And if they are in conversation with people and they say, oh, I need this, they can say, I know someone that can do it for you. Interest quit at the first sign of difficulty. Immediately you ventured into it, you tried the first thing, you just say yourself, oh boy, this thing seems bigger than me. No, you've not got a skin in the game. Commitment does not quit just like that. And let's share some differences so that you can really understand some of these things about you've not got skin in the game. All right? If you're interested in doing something, you say things like, I would like to start a business. That's what you say. But if you are truly committed and you want to have skin in the game, you will say things like, I registered the business, I told my family, I put 500k in the bank account, I'm all in. No going back, I'm all in. If you're interested, you say things like, I want to get promoted. I mean, that's like a wish. But if you are committed, you will say something like, okay, I approached my boss, I told him my goal of getting promoted. I asked him for the roadmap. I asked him to say, hey, Oga, if I want to get the next level, what do I need to do? I need to have a roadmap from you, especially from your own viewpoint. Because sometimes your boss might have a different viewpoint, the organization might have a different viewpoint, but it's not the organization that will promote you. Hypothetically, the organization will see the value, but your boss will initiate the promotion. All right. So when it gives you that roadmap, you then move on to say that, okay, I'm tracking my progress weekly. I'm making it happen. This year, I'm going to get that promotion. If you look at it very well, you will see the difference. One is saying, I'll start a business. One is putting invested resources, taking positive action to actualize that commencement of the business. And this is where commitment has proof. Commitment has proof. This is where some people will say, yeah, you have to show workings. Oh my, you have to show workings. And until you have skin on the game, until there is something to lose if you quit, you are going to keep trying without ever succeeding. You'll keep doing it more. And this is why, again, I keep saying it, that I did not just quit just like that. I realized that after a while, I have to get committed to the startup I want to venture into. And when I realized that, doing it on the side, all the things I need to get done, and then the work that I have in my day job was getting too difficult to put the two together, I sacrificed my certainty, my comfort, my, being able to say, hey, this is end of January, I'll get upfront. Oh, this is March, I'm looking at next month, I'm going to get my bonus. I sacrificed those certainty for the uncertainty. And that changed everything. It changed everything. It changed everything. All right, let me give a very good example, a good story. When I left at that early stage, by that time, I'd been to Europe before. I'd been to somewhere in Belgium, but immediately I left, I had a trip to the Scandinavian. It opened up my eyes to opportunities. So I knew some of the things that I've never known before, and I met people whom would add value to us along the journey. And then on one of such occasion, after starting, one of our VC just reached out to us to say, oh, there is a program happening in the US. Are you interested? And guess what? He said, we are interested. I've never been to the US before. I'd never been to Canada before by that time. So it wasn't something that was, like I've got a visa. And at that point in time, I don't know what was happening in Nigeria, but and I think things are even worse now. But back then, when you want to travel and you are looking for an appointment date, you hear things like you have to buy it or you have to wait for 2 years before you can get an appointment. And lo and behold, because of the value we are going to create or offer to the United States of America's economy, we had a separate route to take for our visa processing. We got the expedited route, we got the interview date, we moved into the session, they asked us all the questions. Lo and behold, I found myself in the United States of America. Before I left my job, there was no route or opportunity for me to explore business outside or venture into the United States of America. But I left, I never knew that was coming, and I got that. That's an example of some of the things you start seeing happening to you in your businesses. For example, someone might have a multi-million, dollars or naira contract to offer you, and you don't know you are sitting on that opportunity. But when you venture out and you start saying to people, this is what I do. You go on Instagram, I say, oh, I am the best at what I've done. I have learned it from A, from B, from C, and now I've started this side gig. If you want a quality, better service, reach out to me. I will offer that service to you. Trust me, that is skin in the game. And it will get you as much as you can, much more opportunity that you can ever desire or imagine. All right, so let me ask you, and this is going to be another interactive session, let me ask you quickly, what do you need to put on the line to prove your commitment? What do you need to put on the line to prove your commitment? I'd love you to go, into the comment section and tell me, and I'll read them. I'll read all of them, and I look forward to seeing them. All right. What do you need to put on the line to prove your commitment? This is skin in the game. This is you going far and above what is normal. This is you moving away from the comfort zone that you are in presently to doing way much more than you would ever imagine or believe that you can do by yourself. This is you pushing yourself to the next level, to say to yourself, I can do it, and I'm moving to the next threshold or the next level. And at this level, I will do this. So what do you need to put on the line to prove your commitment? Is it money? Is it public announcement? Is it burning a backup plan? If this is your blocker, if having skin in the game is your blocker, if blocker number 7 applies to you, I'd love you to type commitment in the comment section. The 24 hours fix for this blocker having skin in the game is do one thing in the next 24 hours that creates commitment. Do one thing in the next 24 hours that creates commitment. Maybe it's one goal you have been saying, I want to venture in, I want to do this. Call someone and discuss it today and say, this is what I want to do. I've been thinking about it for the past 5 years. I don't have clarity yet, but God is laying it on my heart. Or I have done the research, I've found the problem, it's an issue in my neighborhood, or Nigeria has this gap, I want to solve it, I want to fix it. Discuss it with someone today. All right. So do one thing in the next 24 hours that creates commitment. All right. It can be investment of money in your goal. You might be telling 10 people what you are doing publicly. You not say it like, I'm thinking of starting. In some cases, yes, you just say, I have started. And then you tell 10 people. So next week or 1 month time, someone is calling you and say, oh, how is it going? You cannot say to the person that I have quit. All right. So quit the backup plan. Register the business, register the NGO, register whatever it is, book the venue for the meeting, hire the coach if there is a part of you that you need to improve or you have to, change something. Hire the coach that would help you navigate that journey or navigate that path. Now do something that makes it real and makes quitting painful. Do something that makes it real and makes quitting painful. That's when you will start moving. All right? That's when you will start moving. Now we'll move to what I call the truth exercise. So we have just gone through the 7 real blockers that you have. And I know that at least one of them connects with you. Maybe it made you uncomfortable. Maybe it made you defensive. Maybe you thought, wait, is he in my head? Can he hear my thoughts? Does he understand what I'm going through? How come Okpa is, saying all these things like this? All right, so good. That means we are going somewhere. That means we are getting somewhere. Now we are going to do something engaging, interesting, and powerful together. We are going to do what I call the truth exercise. This is where you identify your own blocker. Now, what you think it is, what it actually is, and then we are going to fix it today. Now, get what I'm trying to do here, or what I'm trying to say here. The question is, what is your blocker? What is my blocker? What do I think it is? Because you might think A is your blocker and it is B. And we are going to find out what actually is that blocker. And then we'll find alternates or opportunities, or different angles to see what we can do to fix it. All right, so the first step of what we are going to do now is that we need to identify your surface story. What is that story that you are telling yourself or you are telling the world? And here is what I want you to do. Think about the main goal you are not making progress on. Think about that goal, that particular area of your life that you are not making progress on. You know right so well that you should be at a particular level, but you are not in that level. It could be your career, it could be your ministry, it could be your business, it could be your relationship with your spouse, any area. Think about that main goal you are not making progress on. Got it? Good. Now I need you to complete this sentence. I am not making progress on. You state the goal because of dash, 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 dash. For example, now I need you to fill in the bucket with this your surface, story, the excuse you tell yourself. For example, I am not launching my business because I don't have enough money. So the goal in that case is to launch your business. I am not getting promoted because my boss doesn't see my value. Some people might even say my boss does not like me. I'm not posting on LinkedIn because I don't have time. Write it down or type it in the comment section. Be honest. What's your surface story? Be honest. Now, what you might end up saying is, I don't have time, I don't have the resources, the market isn't ready, I'm waiting for the right partner. Now, that's okay, that's fine. Let's go to the next step. Let's go deeper. Now, I want to try to identify your real blocker. And now is where it gets real. When you look at your surface story, now ask yourself, which of the 7 blockers is actually behind this excuse? Let me help you. And let me try to give some examples or some scenario. If your excuse is about timing, readiness, or needing one more thing, then that's blocker number 1, fear, or blocker number 6, wrong timing. If your excuse is about things not being good enough yet, then that's blocker number 2, perfectionism. If your excuse is about being too busy or having too much going on, that's either blocker number 3, unclear priorities, meaning you are doing too many things, or blocker number 4, lack of boundaries. People eating into your time, you don't get to do things for yourself. If your excuse involves other people not supporting you or holding you back, that's blocker number 5, wrong people. If your excuse is about trying but not seeing results, that's blocker number 7, no skin in the game. Now, I mean, this no skin in the game is a different conversation on its own. And it can tie sometimes on to staying power. But I don't want to miss the conversation today. I want to stay through to what we are discussing. So now be honest to yourself. Which blocker is really your excuse? Type the blocker number in the comments from number 1 to 7. Or if you don't know the number, type, the blocker, the real blocker in the comment section. So which blocker is really your excuse? Let's do the most important part. Name the truth you have been avoiding. Name the truth you have been avoiding. And this is the moment of breakthrough. Now that you really know your real blocker, you want to complete this sentence. The truth I have been avoiding is this. The truth I've been avoiding is this. And this is where you get uncomfortably honest with yourself. For example, If your survey story is, I don't have time to work on my business, if the blocker in that case is lack of boundaries, other people eating into your time, you are not able to, get things done, and you have a lot of attachment to people feeling that you are doing well in life, then the truth you have been avoiding may be that you are scared to disappoint people, especially when they come to you and you say no and you prioritize everyone else over yourself. This is what I'm saying. When you see that the time you have is being used to do things for other people, and you need that time for yourself to be able to, focus on your life, focus on your business, a goal or something you want to achieve, then the truth you have been avoiding is you are scared to disappoint people by saying no to them. So you prioritize everyone else over yourself. Now, if your survey story is, I am waiting for the right time to launch, then that's obviously fear. You are afraid, or fear might be one of it. I'm terrified of failing publicly, so I keep delaying under the guise of preparation. This is genuine. Nobody really wants to fail. But you need to really understand that failure is part of your success story. If you don't fail at some things, you cannot get them right. Not all things, but some things. You cannot go into business and say to yourself that, oh, Dangote got everything right, Elon Musk got everything right. No, you can't get everything right. And this is where you need to understand that you will fail at some things, but you will succeed at some other. In fact, out of 100 things, as a business person or as someone who is trying to do, something critical, solve a problem in your personal life, in your relationship, in any area of your life, you will get much more than at least 50 to 60% of it wrong. At least. But you will get some right. And in some cases, it might even be, 3% thereabout that you need to get right, and you are good for it. All right, my boss doesn't see my value. The real blocker may be no skin in the game. And the truth you've been avoiding is, I haven't actually shown my value in a way that is visible and measurable. I've been waiting for them to notice instead of making them notice. I've been waiting for them to notice instead of making them notice. And this is where you need to understand that you need to put your best foot forward. You need to raise your hand for the most difficult projects in the group. You need to go forward and say that, oh, I see this problem. I think this is a solution. I want to be the one to lead the solution. I want to be the one to lead the project to do it. You need to put your skin in the game. You need to do much more than some of your colleagues and peers are doing. And then you see how this works. Now it's your turn. I want you to complete the sentence. You've had 2 sentences you've done. The truth I've been avoiding is this. Whatever it is, I'm scared, I'm not good enough, I'm avoiding hard conversations, I'm waiting for someone to give me permission that is never coming. This, I believe, is the breakthrough. This story you are telling yourself is what will help us break through from those challenges. Now, you have faced the truth you have been avoiding. And you know what? That took courage. It takes courage for you to face whatever it is that you are running away from. And I want to, say kudos for that courage you are taking. If you have written it down, I'd love to say kudos to it. And I believe that is going to help us as we fix it. All right, so let's move to some of the options that we have in terms of the 24-hour fix. How do we then see what we can do to navigate these parts? And this will be the final step. So now that you know your real blocker and you have named the truth, here's what we are going to do. You are going to take one action in the next 24 hours that directly addresses your blocker. Not a big action, not a perfect action, just one action that proves you are done avoiding the truth. All right, so you are not going to take a big action, not a perfect action, just one action that proves you are done avoiding the truth. And I'm going to give you an example. I'll give you an example. For blocker 1, which is fear, do the scary thing in small form. For example, post about your idea, send the message, make the call. Blocker number 2, speaking about perfectionism, ship something imperfect, publish the draft of that article, of that write-up, launch the offer. You have a product that is fantastic, you want people to buy it, you are launching an offer of 35% discount if they can pay in the next 72 hours. Launch that offer. Send the email. There's someone you have been longing to meet. There's someone that is a big boy in Nigeria. I asked someone to give me the person's WhatsApp number, phone number. I got the phone number. I sent the person SMS. The person did not reply. But me, I've done my part. That's the most important thing, that you hold yourself. Send that email. All right. Blocker number 3, unclear priorities. Pick your top 3 goals. Delete everything else from your to-do list today. Focus on those top 3 goals. Start with those ones. You get them closed, you move on. Blocker number 4, lack of boundaries. Say no to one thing you normally say yes to. Starting from now, protect your own priority. Someone brings something to you on short notice, you'll always say yes. No, say no today. And as from this moment. All right, blocker number 5, wrong people. Reach out to one person who's where you want to be. Someone that looks like where, this person looks like is, achieving their goals and the objective back to back, and they look like where you think you want to go. Reach out to such person, at least one. Change your environment, the cluster of the people around you. Change it. It's not by force to be friends with anyone. All right. For blocker number 6, wrong timing. Start the small version today. Stop waiting. Start moving. All right. Blocker number 7, no skin in the game. Do one thing that creates commitment. Maybe it's investment of money, telling people about the project. Make it real. So now, based on your blocker, what's your 24-hour action? Type in the comment section. In the next 24 hours, I will. What will you be doing? In the next 24 hours, I will. What will you be doing? Type it in the comment section. All right. Some examples I expect people will come up with. I will post my first piece of content about my business. I will tell my boss I need boundaries around my time. I will reach out to 3 mentors I've been intimidated to contact. Now, that's the way to go. This is how you break through. Not someday, today. Now, let's close strong. I'd have loved to have what I call a live truth-telling session, where I can switch into my coaching mode and help someone to fix, their own blocker, their story, and then we give a direction to it. But the challenge is the time, and I'd love to close out quickly. In this hour, we've done something powerful to ourselves. We've stopped lying to ourselves. We have faced the real reason we are stuck, and we've committed to taking action in the next 24 hours. But here's the thing. This only works if you actually do it. It's not about you listening to it, hearing about it, and then you move on to the next thing. No. If you leave this session and go back to your comfortable stories, nothing changes. You have wasted the time and the opportunity for you to take hold of that issue and cause a rapid change. But if you leave this session and take one action you committed to, boom, 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 everything changes. Because action creates momentum. Momentum creates the confidence. Confidence creates more action. And before you know it, you are unstuck. You start, making remarkable, noticeable progress and transformation. So here is what I'm asking you to do. And this is a truth commitment. In the next 24 hours, not next week. In the next 24 hours, not next week. In the next 24 hours, not next week. Not when you get around to it. In the next 24 hours, take the action you committed to. And then come back to this post and comment done when you have done it. Is that clear? Hold yourself accountable. We will hold you also accountable. When you say you have done it, I will reach out to you and also help you on that journey. At least we can chat via LinkedIn. I will be checking the comments tomorrow. I'll be checking the comments, subsequently. And if you report back that you did it, we'll celebrate you. I will celebrate you publicly. And if you need help, please message me. I'll try to respond as fast as I can. The reason why I'll be doing all this is that I don't want you to just feel inspired or you are happy or you are... No. I want you to get unstuck. I want you to get unstuck. All right? I'd love to close it out here. And I hope that it's been a remarkable session for you. I'd love to say thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you for everyone that joined. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your courage. Now, the only thing left is now go do the thing. Take the action. Break through. And while at it, I'd love you to drop comments. If you are committed for the next 24 hours, drop the comments in the comment section. And I will see your comments today, tomorrow. I'll respond to them. I want to say, let's go. And I am rooting for you. I'm rooting for you to do great things. I'm rooting for you to smash that goal. I'm rooting for you to make tremendous progress. Thank you once again for joining, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for now. See you next week.